in. Meghan McCain has been trending over the past 48 hours on Twitter, and now everybody's starting to talk about it, but I already covered this yesterday, so let's talk about it some more. Hi, welcome to JOA. If you're new to my channel, please click that subscribe and click that bell button so you'll be the first to know when I upload. I'd really appreciate it if you do subscribe, click the bell, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and please share because you care. And of course, if you're new to my channel, I do ask icebreaker questions. What I want to know is, what do you splurge your money on? So I want to repeat the clip that I showed you guys yesterday if you haven't seen it, and I'm going to come back with some more.
Any more optimistic about all of this? Do you see an end in sight?
Really quickly, I just wanted to show a clip of Dana Bash talking to Dr. Fauci this weekend.
My parents have already gotten their second dose. They're fully vaccinated. Does that mean it's okay for them to spend time with their grandchildren who obviously have not been vaccinated? What's your recommendation?
You know, I'm not going to make a recommendation now except to say that these are things that we really do. I mean, literally every day, Dana, we look at that, we look at the data, we look at what's evolving about how many people are getting vaccinated, and there will be recommendations coming out. I don't want to be making a recommendation now on public TV. We want to sit down with the team, take a look at that.
So I was very frustrated when I saw this clip. I first and foremost want to say that I respect the great tragedy and all the pain that has come of our handling of the coronavirus. And there are 500,000 Americans that don't have family members, and it's horrific and very sad. And the grief that our country is going through should not be downplayed. That being said, next week it will be a year since we left studio. And I have been very responsible in many different ways, as so many Americans have been. And the fact that Dr. Fauci is going on CNN and he can't tell me that if I get the vaccine, if I'll be able to have dinner with my family or dinner with, I mean, I don't have any grandparents left, but, older people, if I can go to dinner at friends' houses who are older, it's terribly inconsistent messaging, and it continues to be inconsistent messaging. In Israel, in Tel Aviv, one of the messages that they have, I saw a sign that said, get a shot, take a shot. Meaning, if I get the vaccine, then I can go out and I can have shots with my friends. Is the science in Israel different than the science here in the United States of America? Because Israel has over half of their country vaccinated already and seem to be doing pretty well. The idea that I can get vaccinated and I won't be able to see friends and nothing in life changes and that we're going to have to wear masks forever, I don't understand the downplaying of getting the vaccine, because right now we should be wanting as many Americans as possible to get a vaccine. The fact that I, Meghan McCain, co-host of The View, I don't know when or how I will be able to get a vaccine, because the rollout for my age range and my health is so nebulous. I have no idea when and how I can get it. I want to get it. If you call me at 3 o'clock in the morning, I will go any place at any time to get it. I want to be responsible and obviously wait my turn. But this rollout has been a disaster. And I understand, obviously, President Trump can take much of the blame. But now we're in the Biden administration. I, for one, would like something to look forward to and to hope for, because if getting the vaccine means that just nothing changes and we have to wait another few years till everyone gets it, there's already a lot of people not getting it. We're already having a messaging problem getting people to take this vaccine. So I'm over Dr. Fauci. I think we need to have more people giving more opinions. And I honestly, quite frankly, I think the Biden administration should remove him and put someone else in place that maybe does understand science or can talk to other countries about how we can be more like these places that are doing this successfully.
So when I tell you Twitter read Meghan McCain for filth, like literally for filth, people posting videos.
Okay, we have been out of the studio for like a year, and in that year, we have had so much mixed messaging about what we're supposed to do during this pandemic, and Dr. Fauci should be fired, even though he's been muzzled for a year and only had the last 30 or so days unmuzzled to really set the record straight. He should be fired, all right? And I want to do shots. I want to do shots with my friends. I want to get a shot and I want to do a shot. I want to do a lot of shots. I want to do Jell-O shots. I want to do shots. Because for me, Meghan McCain, co-host of The View, you know what, Meghan? Trump had a year to get his shit together about this pandemic and fucked it up royally. Biden has had the keys to the car for a little over a month, all right? And no president, not even your father if he had been elected and around, could have turned this shit show around in that time. My point, give him a fucking minute, princess, and calm down. Shots are coming, even the Jell-O shot.
like you saw earlier in the beginning, and just Twitter just going off saying that Meghan McCain needs to be fired instead of Dr. Fauci. And so Chris Cuomo, he has a CNN show called Chris Cuomo Primetime. And so he caught a wind of Meghan McCain talking about him because he quote tweeted someone on Twitter that wrote verbatim what Meghan McCain said. And so he wrote 2 question marks, and Meghan McCain just got so mad. She writes, "You and your ghoul of your brother were doing comedy shows with a giant Q-tip and joking about his sex life while covering the number of nursing homes deaths in New York City. Why doesn't your brother finally apologize to Janice Dean and the other family members he helped kill?" And so Janice Dean lost some people in the nursing homes that was under Andrew Cuomo's leadership. And so I'm not a fan of the Cuomo brothers, and a lot of you guys were pissed off at me because I said I agree with Meghan McCain in terms of like how she feels with this whole pandemic. We're not getting straight answers. Like, this man is supposed to be an expert. He's supposed to know what he's talking about. And so then again, he's the person that was under HIV and AIDS, and we still don't have cures for that. They just have antivirals from different pharmaceutical companies that get money from consumers, although these antiviral pills that these people have to take, specifically, let's say in the LGBT community, aren't 100% safe. They went through different lawsuits with people kidneys suffering due to taking that to avoid the HIV, or just people in general who take antivirals. And Dr. Fauci, he's in charge of learning the scientific aspects of HIV. So, I'm not surprised that we're in this situation. I gave you guys several reasons yesterday. I'm not going to play the clip again as to the CDC director saying the vaccine should be coming out towards the end of 2021. And Trump had it out in like October of 2020. And Biden at the CNN Township Hall told a little girl that she can't get the virus and she can't transfer it to her mom. But we were told earlier on that the virus can be transferred from children to adults. If they can't now, if that's the currently thing, if the virus cannot be transferable now to a young kid, to an adult, why the hell are schools closed? That's what doesn't really make sense. Schools should be open if that's the case. And if Biden is pretty freaking confident about that. And Ben Dominus, and this is my first time agreeing with him. Meghan McCain's husband, pinch me if I'm real, pinch me. But he did speak on Fox News, and he did bring up the fact that the CDC director, the new CDC director, I don't know what happened with that old man with the glasses. I guess he resigned. He got tired because he couldn't do his job right. Said that schools should be open. Like, schools should be open, and pinch me, y'all, because I'm agreeing with this man. So, and I agree, because if the CDC director said the schools should be open, then yeah, schools should be open. So I just don't understand why schools aren't open when kids aren't really affected by the virus, according to Joe Biden, according to research, and they can't really transfer it to an adult. And so Meghan was really pissed on The View today, like really, really pissed. You could tell it's getting to her. You can tell Meghan McCain was really in a sour mood today. She did a tweet way in the past saying that she gets anxiety when people saying that they want her to be fired on The View. And like, if y'all literally look at all the tweets that's on Twitter at the moment, they're saying that she needs to be fired. And she was really just like in a bad mood today. And so I noticed that Whoopi, they brought in a reality TV, segment to cheer her up. And of course, they brought a segment to talk about relationships, but Meghan McCain never likes to talk about her husband. And I'm going to get to that and a clip to come with, because I've been holding that all, but we're going to get to it. So, but I'm not going to, because I have a heart, I kind of felt bad because she was in a bad mood and stuff like that. And you could tell like this whole social media thing has taken an effect on her. And even the New York Times had her on the front page saying that I, Meghan McCain of The View, need a vaccine. And this thing is, I'm really surprised that it's hard for her to get a vaccine, because here in the South, it's not really that hard. And she has the money. Why can't she come down to the South and get the vaccine if she really wants it? That's why I just don't understand, because a lot of people down here, they're getting the vaccine just like that. People in Florida, people here in Louisiana. So I don't understand, with all the money she have, I mean, come on now. Why can't she come down here? Her mom is worth like $500 million. Her mom got Mariah Carey money. So I don't understand why she can't get the vaccine. So just people were just reading her for filth. And I guess they were trying to lighten her mood up today on The View. And so she did also send another tweet, and I'm going to read it for you guys. So there was actually a doctor, his name's Vin Gupta on Twitter. He's a lung and ICU doctor, according to his Twitter bio. And he tweeted, "The rejection of real and genuine expertise is what led us to today. So misguided to see people like Meghan McCain calling for the replacement of Dr. Fauci. We should be empowering and amplifying his message to get out of the crisis and avoid any further milestones." So Meghan McCain responded by saying, "He told me not to wear a mask and that masks don't work when I was 3 months pregnant in the middle of Manhattan. He then later admitted it was an intentional lie so we could donate masks to essential workers. Now I'm being told to wear 2 masks. But yes, I'm misguided. The messaging is incredibly inconsistent and confusing. I voiced my frustration, honestly, despite the fact that a few in Twitter don't like it. I represent the feelings of many Americans. I also believe sainting our public figures to infallibility is dangerous and irrational." And of course, the Rand Paul person that Meghan McCain went off on The View one time, and then when he showed up, Meghan McCain was absent. They agreed with one another about Meghan McCain saying that she's tired of Dr. Fauci. And I mean, look, a lot of y'all read me for filth yesterday because I said I agree with her. And I'm not going to sit here and lie to y'all to get more subscribers and to get a lot of comments saying good job on your commentary. I'm just going to say, because I keep it real, I agree with her. I personally agree with her on this one. The messaging has been inconsistent. Between Biden, what he's saying on CNN, to what the experts are saying, to the CDC director saying COVID vaccination should be out until late 2021, it's just inconsistent messaging. And if science is supposed to be real stuff, if we can investigate a serial killer and find him, do forensics, I don't see why we can't take the COVID virus situation, take it to a lab and get the actual science out of it. If science is what we are talking about here, right? So I agree with her, and I know y'all gonna get a lot mad, but I don't care. I agree with Meghan on this one. I do. Can't stand her, but I agree with her. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe and click the bell. Don't forget to answer the icebreaker question: what do you splurge your money on? So you'll be the first to know when I upload. Deuces. Yay! I agree with her and her husband in this clip. Man, I must be dreaming.